You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Right now, life in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine is defined by danger and uncertainty. People living near the front lines are facing daily struggles just to survive. Shells land near homes, families are displaced, and communities live under constant threat. Over the past decade, millions have been uprooted, with at least 1.5 million fleeing since 2014, and more than 3 million still living under Russian occupation. Yet despite all this suffering, there is a debate underway that could change everything for Ukraine. The question of whether to hand the Donbas region to Russia. The Donbas, made up of Donetsk and Luhansk, is not just territory. It's a symbol of Ukrainian identity, rich in industry, minerals, and culture. Ukrainian historians stress that the region has produced politicians, poets, and dissidents who shaped the country. Losing it now would not only be a strategic and economic blow, but would also mark a profound cultural and emotional loss. Refugees might never return to their homes, and cities like Kramatorsk and Sloviansk, where residents endured daily shelling, could be fully absorbed into Russia. Recent diplomatic developments have added urgency to the discussion. Reports indicate that former U.S. President Donald Trump, after meeting Vladimir Putin in Alaska, suggested that Ukraine might have to surrender the eastern regions in exchange for Russia halting further attacks. For many Ukrainians, this idea is shocking. Polls show that roughly 75% oppose any formal ceding of land to Russia. The Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, has consistently said that surrendering Donbas is off the table, citing both constitutional limits and the risk of betrayal. Yet, the reality on the ground is brutal. Tens of thousands of Ukrainian lives have already been lost defending just parts of Donetsk, and the country faces war fatigue. People like Yevhen Chikachov, an emergency worker, weigh human life against territorial control, pointing out that no square kilometer is worth tens of thousands of deaths. For many, the choice comes down to land versus life. The path forward is complicated. Any formal handover would require parliamentary approval and a public referendum, processes that are legally and politically complex. Without these, only a de facto surrender could occur, leaving Ukraine vulnerable without clear legal safeguards. Security guarantees would be essential to even consider such a move, yet trust in Russia is extremely low. At its core, the debate over Donbas is not just about negotiations or diplomacy. It's about people who have endured years of war and who may face an uncertain future if deals are made without their voices being heard. The world might see maps and summits, but for Ukrainians, every inch of Donbas represents lives, history, and a nation's identity. If you want, I can also create a slightly shorter, fully spoken style version, under 400 words, that flows even more like a live commentary. Do you want me to do that? Stay subscribed for more videos.